A COVID-19 vaccine could be in Missouri in just 2 weeks.
Coming up on our News at 5 tonight, how many doses the Show Me state is set to receive.
But first, new numbers tonight on the rate in which blacks and other minority groups get pulled over in Springfield. Good evening to you. I'm Heather Lewis.
Good to have you along here at 5 this evening. I'm David Oliver. Springfield City Council members were given a look today at disparities in traffic stops over the past 8 years.
Our Bailey Stroll is here to break down those numbers and tell us what Springfield police are doing to change it. Good evening.
Good evening, Heather and David. What we're talking about is traffic stop disparities among black drivers in Springfield. The 2010 census shows blacks make up nearly 4% of the city's population, but account for nearly 10% of all traffic stops. It's put the disparity index in 2019 at a 2.9, meaning blacks are almost 3 times more likely to be pulled over than someone would predict based on the black population in Springfield. You may remember the Springfield NAACP's 3 demands for police accountability back in July.
That includes the City of Springfield and the Springfield Police Department.
One of those being reducing the traffic stop disparity for black drivers down to 1. A disparity of 1 is the baseline. It means the group is being pulled over the amount of times you'd expect based on their population. But this new report from former Missouri State professor Dr. Michael Stout shows in many cases the gap between whites and blacks being pulled over is actually growing in Springfield.
Realizing, of course, that there are disparities, not equal discrimination. I don't want people to jump to that conclusion, but we all know that it appears the numbers are higher than they should be based on our population.
The data was taken from more than 210,000 traffic stops between 2012 and 2019. And in almost every category, blacks were more likely to be pulled over, searched, or arrested than what the city's black population would predict. Here are some takeaways. Disparity was the highest for black men, who in 2019 were nearly 3.5 times more likely to be pulled over than predicted based on population. Dr. Stout says he sees the biggest disparity in 2 main areas of Springfield. One is south of Grand between National and Kansas. The second is in north central Springfield. And in stops that led to an arrest, resisting arrest was the highest disparity for blacks, as well as the highest jump from 2018 to 2019. Chief Paul Williams says it's partly due to why drivers are getting arrested. He says as drug arrests go up, so do resisting arrests. But it's also due to a shift in our society.
I think the increased spike in 2019 is absolutely due to the national narrative, lack of respect for authority, lack of compliance with directions of police officers, which results in that resisting arrest charge being added on as well.
And Williams says the police department already has a system in place to red flag officers with the highest disparity and discuss those numbers with them. And at 6 o'clock, I'll explain what else the department is planning to do to get that disparity number down to 1.